That night in 2018,
Hmm.
the air in the house, it wasn't just still, it felt heavy, calculated. Nasser, he's about 51, 52, a mechanic, successful, comes home tired, unsuspecting.
And Amira, his wife, she's 31. She has dinner ready for him. But this isn't about comfort.
No. This meal is designed for something else entirely. Oblivion, really. It's packed with a powerful sedative. Fast acting.
The precision is what jumps out right away. It wasn't a messy approach. This was about complete control, ensuring he was immobilized before the end.
And the calculation, it didn't even stop there. Once he'd eaten, once the drug was in his system, Amira insisted on intimacy.
Which sounds incredibly cruel.
It was. It wasn't affection. It was like a deliberate tactic. Drain him completely, make sure that sedative hit with full force.
Yeah.
And it worked. He was exhausted, drugged. He just collapsed into this deep sleep. Couldn't be woken.
A house goes silent. And that silence, that was the cue, wasn't it?
Yeah. Amira makes a call. Not even 30 minutes later, the door opens. And Mahmoud walks in. The man she actually wanted. He's only 21.
Young. Much younger.
He goes straight to the bedroom. Finds Nasser asleep. And he uses his hands. Strangles him. Makes absolutely certain he's dead.
Brutal. But the story gets even more disturbing after the act itself.
Right. Before they even think about getting rid of the body, they take 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours. They fulfill this promise Mahmoud wanted. He complained about their secret meetings, wanted something normal.
Well, in that context.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So right there, in Nasser's own home, in the bedroom where his body is lying, they consummate their relationship. Like they're claiming the space.
It's a psychological violation on top of everything else. Just horrific.
After those 2 hours, then they get down to business.
Yeah.
Wrapping Nasser's body in a sheet, stuffing it into sacks. They even call a friend to help. Before 3 a.m., he's dumped in a canal nearby.
Just gone.
It's shocking. So calculated. But the real question, the one driving this whole deep dive, is how? How does 11 years of marriage, 4 kids, a whole life built together, end like this? In betrayal, murder. Okay, let's go back.
We need to. To really understand the depth of this deception, you have to go back to 2007, a suit. That's where it all began.
Okay.
Nasser's 40 then. He's a successful mechanic, owns his own workshop, financially very secure, respected in the community. He's finally decided, okay, time to settle down, get married.
And Amir.
She's 21, young, beautiful, and crucially, her family is wealthy. Her dad owns grocery stores, so she understands business, commerce.
20 years difference. That's significant.
Very. And the understanding right from the start seems to have been, well, a calculation, almost transactional.
A deal, basically. She gets financial security, a good life. He gets a young, beautiful wife.
Exactly. They marry within a year. But things start to crack pretty quickly. Within 2 years, after their first child is born, Amira starts to feel regret. Real regret about that age gap. She sees it as a sacrifice she made.
Okay, but wait. If she's from a wealthy family, presumably smart, business-minded, why not just leave? Divorce him if she was unhappy so early on? Why stick around for 11 years of deception?
That's the key, isn't it? Divorce might have been messy, maybe less profitable in the long run. Instead, she found a way to leverage her unhappiness. She womanized that regret.
How so?
She made Nasser feel constantly indebted to her, like, look what I gave up for you, marrying an older man. It gave her this subtle psychological power over him. Anytime she asked for something, he felt obligated to give it to make up for this perceived sacrifice.
Okay, so instead of leaving, she gained control within the marriage.
Precisely. And that control is what allowed the next phase, setting up her own private domain. The supermarket.
Right, the supermarket.
Yeah.
She pitches it as a business idea.
A brilliant one, really. Leverages her family background, tells Nasser it'll keep her busy, productive. He sees it as a good investment, something for the family, so he agrees, sets her up.
But there was that one specific detail she insisted on.
The private room.
Yes, a secure private restroom inside the supermarket. The excuse was perfect.
Plausible deniability. Totally. A place for her to rest during the day, or maybe for the kids if they visited while she worked. Nasser apparently thought it was a bit odd, but she tied it to the family's well-being, so he went along with it.
And that room became?
The hub. The center of operations for a whole system of affairs over the next 4 years. While their family is growing, they eventually have 4 children.
4 kids. Wow. And she's running this system. How does she manage it? Keep it secret?
It was methodical. The men were always young, usually needed work. The process was simple. Lock the outer iron door of the supermarket, conduct the liaison in the private room, unlock the door afterwards. Business as usual.
And the employees?
Yeah.
The men involved?
Disposable. She never kept any of them longer than 6 months. When she was done, she'd fire them.
With a cover story, I assume.
Always business-related. They weren't committed enough, or she had to protect trade secrets from competitors. Things Nasser, as a businessman himself, would find logical, rational explanations. Made her look sharp, protective of his investment.
Incredible. Just layers upon layers of deception. Yet it says Nasser felt something wasn't quite right for 10 years. A kind of unease.
He did. An intuition, maybe. But he couldn't pin it down. Her system was just too tight, too logical on the surface. He had the feeling, but no proof. Nothing concrete to challenge her story.
So for years, these affairs were just short-term, transactional.
Exactly. Until 2017. That's when Mahmoud enters the picture. And everything changes.
Okay, so Mahmoud, June 2017. Amira's 31 now, married 10 years. Mahmoud is 21. They meet on Facebook. What made him different? Why did he break her system?
It seems this one, well, it became emotional for Amira. It wasn't just physical utility anymore. She fell for him. Hard. Believed he treated her with real love, like a real man, something she felt was missing.
And Mahmoud, what were his motives initially?
Pure exploitation, it seems. He saw a wealthy older woman, feigned affection to get money.
And did he get money?
Immediately. As soon as they met in person at the supermarket, he asked for cash and she gave it to him, easily.
But then something shifted.
Yeah, after about 6 months, Mahmoud apparently started to reciprocate those feelings. Or at least, he enjoyed the money, the constant attention from her. It became more than just a transaction for him too, it seems.
So Amira hires him full-time at the supermarket to keep him close.
Exactly. It cemented their connection, gave them constant access, privacy. But after a year of this, Mahmoud started getting tired of the secret meetings in the back room.
He wanted that normal experience she eventually gave him after the murder.
Right. He wanted to be with her in the house. Amira initially refused, said it was too risky, but she promised she'd make it happen somehow.
And that's when the idea shifted from affair to elimination.
It seems so. After 11 years married, 1 year with Mahmoud, they decide Nasser has to go so they can be together properly. And Amira, described as the Dangerous, apparently planned the whole murder in just 2 days.
2 days. That's fast.
And the timing was, again, impeccable. Or perhaps just grimly convenient. The children happened to be staying with relatives. It gave them a clear window, no witnesses, no complications.
Which brings us back to that Wednesday night. The sedative, the forced intimacy, the strangulation, the chilling 2-hour celebration, and then the disposal. The cover-up starts almost immediately.
Thursday noon, Amira makes her first move, calls Nasser's brothers, tells them Nasser called her from his workshop the night before, said he was working late but then never came home. She even says she'd checked the workshop and it was closed.
Setting up the missing person angle?
Precisely. By Friday morning, the brothers file the report, and almost at the same time, a body is pulled from that nearby canal.
Nasser's body. The brothers identify him, but Amira, she puts on a performance at the morgue.
A big one. She acts utterly devastated. So distraught, she claims she can't even identify her own husband. The police initially buy it, thinking she's just in deep shock.
But this is where her meticulous planning starts to fall apart, isn't it? That decade of control gives way to panic.
It really does. The pressure gets to her. When the police start questioning her formally, her story changes. That initial narrative she gave the family, Nasser never came home from the workshop, that gets thrown out.
What'd she tell the police instead?
Now, she claims Nasser did come home Wednesday night, had dinner, then he got a phone call about work and left again. A completely different timeline.
A fatal contradiction. Because the science wasn't going to lie.
Not at all. The forensics come back. Strangulation is confirmed as the cause of death. But the toxicology report is the real nail in the coffin. High levels of sedatives in his blood.
And the crucial part,
undigested food in his stomach. Meaning he was killed very shortly after eating dinner. He couldn't have come home, eaten, then left again for a work call before being killed elsewhere. He was drugged and killed right there in the house soon after that final meal.
It completely destroys her second story to the police.
Yeah.
And implicates her directly.
Absolutely. The timeline becomes undeniable. Suspicion locks onto Amira. Then the police start digging deeper. They talk to people near the supermarket.
And they confirm the weird pattern, locking the iron door from the inside.
Yes. Neighbors mention how unusual it was. Locking up during business hours, staying inside. It defied logic for a normal shop, backing up the idea she was using it for something illicit.
The pieces are all falling into place.
The final piece is uncovering the relationship with Mahmoud. Police find communications, financial records. The whole explicit affair comes to light.
So faced with the science, the contradictory stories, the motive,
She breaks, confesses everything. The whole plan, Mahmoud's involvement, the friend who helped dump the body.
and the outcome.
All three, Amira, Mahmoud, and the friend, were arrested, charged with premeditated murder. Ultimately, they were sentenced to death.
Just a chilling story. 11 years of calculated deception, 4 children, a successful life on the surface, all undone.
It really is a stark example of how long someone can maintain a facade fueled by dissatisfaction. She managed every detail for over a decade, but couldn't manage her own panic when the pressure was finally on, that one slip-up in her story.
It makes you think, doesn't it? The source material mentions, birds of a feather flock together. If you, listening, ever feel caught in some kind of calculated situation, maintaining a false front, what's the real price? And how often does this intricate planning, years of it, just crumble because of one small human error, forgetting which lie you told to whom?
And it poses a deeper question, perhaps. Is any human calculation, no matter how intricate or cold-blooded, truly foolproof? Can it ever fully escape? Well, maybe not justice in the legal sense always, but just the simple, undeniable weight of the truth. Sometimes it's the smallest thing, undigested food, a conflicting alibi that brings the entire structure crashing down.